Hi, welcome to Bronx Porch Homestead. My name is Elizabeth. So you will probably be seeing this video as I'm away on my little trip. I am on my porch, Bronx Porch Homestead. So right before I left, or will leave, I have decided that I needed to clean up the bed a little bit. Also wanted to show you that this is a 2x8 planter. It is ideal for urban spaces like ours. We are in a city, see that? Bronx, New York City. And we don't have too much space for gardening. You saw the little space I had in the backyard, but now we have even a tighter space here in the front, because this is where we keep our trash, this is where we keep our wagon, this is where we keep our recyclables. It's hard to do recycling and have space. That's not something that we have a luxury of, having a basement that we can put our trash in. So I wanted to go over the planter. I ordered it online. You built it together. There's also another little planter all the way in the corner there. I picked that up actually at one of those home shops. I think it was the Christmas tree shop. But the planter came from Gardener's Supply. Excellent company that has all these, these building infrastructures for gardening. So let me bring you over there and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the planter. When it came, it was a lighter brown, but the weather has gotten to it. So it's more than 12 inches of depth. It's actually 24. It looks big, but I'm not planting any artichokes in here or anything that has big roots, except for tomatoes. I did plant tomatoes here, but it is a nice 8-foot long planter, and believe it or not, it's in front of the porch. So if you were to come up the stairs, you would never ever think of putting a planter in front of a porch where you're supposed to walk and put your recyclables and trash in the corner there like everyone else does. So for my soil today, I am using vermiculite, and that's to aerate the soil. This soil has been here for 2 years now, and just want to show you, this soil has been here for 2 years. So right now I'm just giving it a nice turn with my hand. This really does feel good. There are some branches in here. There is roots from other plants. I'm not taking them out. See that? I'm not going to take them out. They're going to go back in. They're going to decompose in there. For the bigger ones, like this one, see that? That was a tomato, by the way, from last year. For this one, I'm going to just put it in the corner and let nature just take care of it. I could put it in compost, but my compost are pretty filled up right now. I'm just going to put them in the corner, put some dirt on it, let it continue to decompose. I want as much as organic as I can here. The little white pebbles you see here, that's the vermiculite, and that's just to aerate the soil. When I put the vermiculite on, I just lay it on the top and then I fold it in. That's all I do. Don't go all the way down. You don't have to go all the way down. So the way that I do this is I put the vermiculite on and then I just fold it. The other thing is that gives me a good excuse to put my hands in dirt. This actually feels very, very good. Again, this is how you would reactivate your existing planter if you've been using it for a year or two, and then it's the first time that you're working it. These little guys, like I said, I don't get rid of them. I just put them in, and I just let it decompose naturally. The more biodiversity elements I have in here, the more organic it is. being that this dirt didn't come with the planter, this soil that came in bags, and the type of soil I have in here is a combination. It's potting soil and raised bed soil. So most of it is raised bed soil that comes in a bag that says raised bed. The one that I put in here was Miracle Grow. There's other kinds that is for raised beds. And then I did throw in a bag of potting soil because it has also more nutrients in it. And then on top of that, because it's not new soil, I did add the vermiculite. The vermiculite I had from last year and the year before. I try to use up everything I have. And so that's what I'm doing today. I am loosening it up. I am taking my time with it. This is what I call therapy. This simply is mental wellness therapy. When you fold it in, only go down 6 to 8 inches. See how I'm doing that? See that? Go down 6 to 8 inches. That's all you need. Look at that. That's it. Because when you plant things in here, they're not going to go all the way down to 24 inches. Here's another piece. This is a big piece. This one is a piece of root. Again, I'm going to tuck that in. The other thing is you don't want to mix the vermiculite all the way down to the bottom, because as rain comes down and as you water it, the vermiculite is just going to keep going deeper and deeper. So, let it do its thing. Let it take its time. Feel your soil. Last year I had tomatoes growing in here, so this year I'm changing it up and I'm going to be adding brassicas in here. The tomatoes are actually going to go in the back because they're indeterminate tomatoes. I need all the space I can get. And this is remember, this is an 8-foot planter. So another reason why I wanted to do this is to show you that I am surrounded by a wagon, iron fencing, a gate, a porch gate here. You can squeeze it in. If you really want to grow, if I really want to grow food, I really want to grow something, I'm going to try my best to squeeze it in as much as I can. So I'm going to continue to play with this. And then I'm going to see if I can plant a few things and show you how I do that. Okay, I have been hardening off these plants for the past couple of days. I don't know if you can see it here. Sorry guys, my back is still a little off, by the way. Okay, so let's see here. What do we got? This is nasturtiums. These are nasturtiums. Back there looks like it's parsley. What is this one? Oh, this is kale. These are kale. What is this here? This one here. Oh, this is collards. These are the henpecked. I like that name, henpecked. Anyway, I'm gonna plant these out. So the other thing is, I might even put these in the green stock. There's the green stock over there. I don't know if you could see it, but there's the green stock. That is really great for an urban environment. I mean, simply, if you have a kitchen with a lot of light and you have a corner space and that corner space has got plenty of light coming in, get a green stock, even if it's for indoors. Yeah, that's just very cool. There's the big planter again. I should paint it. I could paint it like in a chalk paint or something like that. This way I can write little notes on there. Okay, and then it's great because I actually have it on blocks, see, for my back. Look at that. I have it on blocks for the past 2 years because I really can't bend that much. Also provides me a great storage space. See, this, I can put buckets and stuff down there. I don't have to bend so far down. So definitely put it on cinder blocks. Okay, so yeah, I might put these in the green stock because I'm not going to wait until they are fully full. I'm going to start harvesting them and just put them in my salad. Chinese kale I'm going to do, and I think that's cabbage back there. This is cabbage. This looks like a cabbage, right? Or does the other one look like cabbage? Let me see. Yeah, I think these are cabbages. That's what happens when you don't put a label on these. All right. I did put the label with the Chinese kale, so something tells me that, yeah, these are early bird cabbage. I'm sorry. It's in their own pot. I could see that now. So, yeah, the cabbages are definitely going to go in the planter over here. And then I think the henpeck collards, I'm going to put those in the green stock over there. I'm not just going to put them in. I've got to work the soil inside those little green stalks. Put a little bit of vermiculite, again, loosen it up a bit, and then get it started. By the way, this isn't just like a planting workspace. I actually do have a little bistro table there, as you can see. And I have a little chair. So, you know, make it fun. Make it a place where you want to be in, where you can sit down. I can have coffee out here. I can go on my computer here. And, you know, I do get Wi-Fi out here because I'm so close to the house. Okay, guys. So I'm out here with the cabbages that didn't have all the tag. But I do notice that there was one. And it's called Cabbage Early. See that? Cabbage Early. So this is an early cabbage. Am I interested in waiting for the heads to be big? No. Am I going to be harvesting it small? Yes. I'm not going to wait until the cabbage is, you know, real big heads. It's just not, not good for me. I have to keep eating. So the more I plant, the better. You know, anyway, it's for any cabbage. It's cabbage. In this case, you have to do square foot gardening because you don't have the luxury of doing rows and tunnels here. You know, this is more of a square foot, you know, kind of thing. So I can actually put one in away from the corner, but I could put 1, 2, 3, 4, and just zigzag it that up. That's how I eyeball my square foot. I've done plenty of square foot before, so I don't need to measure precise. All right, so I'm going to show you. This is the transplanted one. It's a really pretty one. I'm going to look at the roots on that. See that? Pretty. It's wet already, so guess what? I'm not going to be watering these when I put them in. All right, guys, I'm going to put this one in the corner. And then behind it, I'm going to plant some marigolds, by the way. So don't think that I'm wasting space. I never waste space. All right. So, and then I'm also going to label these. I know you can't see what I'm doing because of the way I have it. There you go. It's something. Okay. All right. That's my first one in. Okay, guys. All right, so see that? Now you see that corner over there? Don't think that's gonna stay empty. I'm putting some marigold seeds in there. Anywhere where there's a spot, I put seeds of marigolds and let it do its thing. All right, I'm gonna continue with the rest. Okay, we did pretty good here. As you can see, I pretty much spaced them out. I'm gonna go up a little high. That's about a square foot. I zigzagged them here because again, this is 2 feet, right? So, and then in between here, I'm gonna do companion planting and also smaller items. Definitely corner, I'm gonna do some marigolds. But so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these. Now let's go and let me see what else we got. Let me see. We've got the kale. We can do the kale. Oh, we still have one more. I just noticed that. Okay, and we do have some collards, South Georgia. Right there. Okay, I may tuck those in. I did put in a collard green. It was in a big container. I don't know how well it's going to be. We'll see what it does. This is called the Collard South Georgia. So I don't like that little tag. I'm going to switch this little cheap tag over because I need something that is not going to be picked at by the birds. And speaking about birds, there's absolutely no way that after planting this food buffet here that I'm going to leave it like that. For sure, birds will come and eat those leaves. So I am going to take the netting, the bird netting that I bought, I'm going to secure it onto the fence here and just have it come down loosely. These don't need bees to pollinate, they're greens. I want to show you the other collard green that I have. It's pretty big. So I want to show you. This is what it looks like, see? So we did plant it here, but when I take it out, it's not doing so well in this pot. First of all, this is completely saturated on the bottom. So that's what I mean about not watering after I put these in. I'm going to put this one here. And then, let's see, I have one more. This one is a tiny one. So I'm going to put this one here, the Collard South Georgia. And see how that works. I may even put henpecks in here. I don't know. So I'm going to continue and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, it looks like we're finished now. We planted the early cabbage, which is very early. We planted celery. So just want to let you know the way I grow my celery. I don't grow celery for the stalk. I actually grow it more for leaves. So I'm not looking for a stalk here. These are Utah celery. So what I do is I cut the leaves off, I harvest them, I dry them, and then I put them in a little jar, and that's how I use it. So I mention this because not everything that I grow is traditionally eaten the way that we think that we're supposed to eat it, you know. So don't think that if you can't grow celery, you just can't use the tops. These are the Collard South Georgia. We'll see how they work. The roots were not, it didn't look like the roots had grown much even after I transplanted them. So we'll, take a crack at it. Again, cabbage, collards, cabbage, and this is the celery. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 celeries. Now the next thing I'm going to do is plant dill. So you see the dill here. So this dill, I'm going to have to strategically put it in areas where I think will be okay. So one there, and maybe one in the middle here. So I could do that. Dill is just one thing that you just keep harvesting and it just keeps coming back. So maybe that one there. I think that's about it. So this is actually a full bed. This is a really full bed. Some people are going to say, oh, that's too much. Well, you know what? It's worked for me in the past, and I'm going to go with what's worked for me. And the same with you. I mean, just because you grow one thing one way and it works for you may not work, for me in this area, doing it this way. So, but where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so the next thing that needs to go on is the netting. I think we'll be done. Okay, so I am about 99% done here. These are lawn sign holders that I had. I no longer have the lawn sign, but I do have the actual sticks that stick in the ground, and I saved them, and they're pretty good because you can tie things on it. Just to show you, if you look real carefully, there's the netting. See that? You see the netting? See it on my fingers? So I had to do that because these little leaves will be eaten up by birdies. And we have this wonderful tree here where they like to hang out. So I want to make sure that we don't give them this extra food. Anyway, I also had the opportunity to cut some of the dill. So I did harvest some. These will dry pretty much in 2 days, and I will crunch them up and put them in the jar with the other stuff, and I will probably do the same for the rest here. So this has been my day before I head out, as I had mentioned in an earlier video, but just to show you. And now this is going to stay here. These have been out for a while, and we're not going to go into any deep freezes. They've been hardened off nicely. So here we have 3 types of things food that we can eat. We have cabbage leaves, dill, celery leaves, and we have some collards, you know. On the bottom, that's the roll of netting. I bought a big one because I'm going to be using a lot of it. And these are actually marigolds, if you're wondering. These are pinwheel marigolds. They're kind of big. But that's it for today. And at least I got something done, you know, before I take a little mini vacation. So yes, thanks for hanging out with me today and for getting inspired. Hopefully you've been inspired with this little setup that I have here. Again, it's a 2x8. We're in the middle of a city, and hopefully this will motivate you and say, hey, I can do the same. This has worked well for me. I'm so glad that I found gardening even in an urban environment like this one. So until the next time.